Welcome back to the greenhouse. As you can see, we in here working again. And what we are about to do is use up this last little bit of soil and compost that we got in here for the spring season to grow some microgreens. Now, as the name suggests, microgreens are just tiny little sprouts of the full-size vegetables that we love to eat. So I'm going to be growing a salad mix blend to make a really good nutritious salad. Now the thing with microgreens is because they are so teeny tiny and you eat them as the sprout, you are able to actually grow microgreens a lot faster than obviously the full-size kale, the full-size cabbage. So with microgreens, you can go from seed germination to harvest in sometimes as little as 5 days, which is, for those of you who are starting an urban farm, a great crop for you to have in your arsenal because hello, the turnover is so fast. You can eat microgreens on a regular salad. People put them on sandwiches because again, it is literally the same exact plant, just in a teeny tiny form. And microgreens, because they are so tiny, are known to be jam-packed with even more nutritious value than the actual fully adult mature plant itself. So microgreens are becoming increasingly popular across the United States, and they are so easy to grow, you should know how to do it. What you see me doing now is filling up some of these disposable trays that we got with our soil and compost blend, and I'm picking out some of the amethyst stones that we usually till into our soil for our bigger crops because the microgreens aren't going to need that. Not that it won't benefit them, but again, these have been sitting in this compost forever, so they're still going to get the metaphysical properties of the amethyst, even though the amethyst is not going to stay in this pan. In the beds with the microgreens, because when you're growing microgreens, you actually don't need that much soil at all. So you don't need a thick layer of soil or a soil bed to get started with your greens, because again, they're not going to develop the full root system that the traditional plant would. They're only going to sprout and grow to about 2 to maybe even 4 inches before you cut them off and eat them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just fill up every single pan that we have with this leftover soil compost mix, and I'm gonna be right back to show you what's next. So now that we have all 8 of our trays filled up, what we're gonna do is give them a nice misting because you want the soil to be moist but not soggy, okay? These disposable pans are quite shallow and do not have drain holes on them, okay? You don't actually need necessarily to have drain holes on your microgreen pans. Just remember when you're watering them that you're supposed to water the soil, and again, moist but not soggy because that water is going to sit there. These right here are 5 pans that we started of microgreens on Sunday of this week, and they are sitting here in this little makeshift cover with an amethyst weight on it. In order to properly germinate your microgreens, they need to be in a dark environment with a little bit of weight on them to mimic that feeling for the seeds of being underground. And what I have right here in this water bottle isn't tap water, but naturally alkaline spring water. And these are our microgreen seeds. So we got red cabbage, pak choy, mustard greens, a whole lot of good stuff in here, including kale that will make a very delicious, mild tasting salad. Now that all of our trays are ready and misted, we're just gonna sprinkle these all over the place. And one thing I love about microgreens, outside of the fact that they are delicious and they grow super fast and they're very profitable, when it comes to planting them, the seeds don't have to be spread out. They can be totally close together. You'll see in the next couple of days as our trays continue to grow and germinate that they will get nice and big and luscious and full like a bush. And then all you'll need to do is take some sharp, sterile scissors or a knife in about 5 to 7 days, cut them, and then leave just a little bit of shoot and root on the soil, because with proper care, they'll grow back again and again. Lots of people in urban farming get started with just growing microgreens alone and become very, very profitable. She knows she's not allowed in the greenhouse, but she loves to just, stand right outside the door and, just supervise, just make sure we're doing stuff the right way. Am I doing it right, boss? Okay. Just as an extra little special bonus for those of you who watched all the way to the end, I know y'all love to check on your seeds just as much as I do when they germinating. Look at our little babies. Ah, they look good.